Hello, today I'm going to show you how to fold a paper heart out of a paper rectangle. So the first things that you'll need to have is paper, of course. So you can have colored paper, page from a magazine, or regular copy paper. And to make the rectangle, you'll need to have a pair of scissors. It will be also helpful, if you have it, to have a ruler, a pencil, and if you want to make your heart a little more permanent, tape or a glue stick. So here's my rectangle. You need a rectangle that is about 4 times as long as it is wide. Now, if you don't have a ruler, you can sort of eyeball it and sort of take your fingers and sort of see that's about 4 like that. Or if you have a ruler, you can actually measure it. And I know that that is 5 centimeters, and this is 20 centimeters, which is 4 groups of 5, or 5, 10, 15, 20. So now I have my rectangle, and I'm going to fold it in half, short edge to short edge. I'm going to make a nice strong fold there, and I'm going to open it up again. It's hard to see on the video, but there's going to be a fold line there. I'm actually going to draw a line on there so that you can see it a little bit better, because it's important to get the point of the heart accurate. So if you see, I can take my left pointer finger and I'm going to put it down here so that when I take this edge here to fold it up on here, it helps to make a nice sharp fold. So I'm going to use both of my hands to help me guide that. And I'm going to make my nice sharp fold there. Now once that's done, the left-hand side is easy to do because I'm just going to do the opposite side here, because as hearts are symmetrical, so with symmetry, it's the same thing, mirror image on the other side. So now we have done the point of the heart. The next step is that you turn it over and you now fold the top down to where this pocket sort of begins. So you take that edge, fold it down, make sure all of your folds are nice and flat, and you do the one on the left hand side. It's okay if they're not perfectly aligned. And when we turn it over, you can see that we're getting to that shape. Now we're going to turn it back over, and we're going to fold these corners over. Now you can make it into a perfect sort of a right angle triangle flap, but it doesn't have to be exact. Do the same thing on the other side. So now when we turn it over, you can see that we have the basic shape. And then you do the inside now. So you take this one, make your triangle flap, and your other one, make that triangle flap. So when we turn it over, you can see that we have the heart shape. Now you can leave it like this, but it's a little bit messy at the back. So what we're going to do is something called an inside reverse fold. So that sounds complicated, but it really isn't. So what we do is you take this up and open it up, and you can see that there are fold lines here. And what you want to do is fold that edge in so that it's now on the inside there. So we're going to do 3 other ones so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to take that up, I'm going to sort of push it down, and there, since there's 2 fold lines there already, I can press it down and refold that. So now you can see that we're getting our heart shape on this side. So then we take the other flap up, and when you do a couple of these, you get really good at it. Sort of flip that one inside reverse fold, and then we do the inside reverse fold to sort of tuck it in there. And that is your finished heart. So now you have your finished heart. You can see that it's really hard to get it exactly flat, so sometimes you like to use tape or glue to keep it and make it nice and flat. I'm going to use tape. So I'm going to take a roll of tape. When you take the 2 ends like that so it's sticky on both sides, you put half of it on this side, and then you push this down, and then you put half on that side. So that way this part is nice and flat now. And then to do the other side, you just take a piece of tape and put it on here like that. And there is your finished heart. So here are some finished folded paper hearts that I use different kinds of paper to make. This one's a yellow lined paper. This is the page from a magazine. This is some colored paper. This one I actually made using a smaller piece of sort of a fancier paper there. So of course you can make them bigger and smaller. And this one I got the idea from lunchtime. Got a can of soup, carefully peeled off the label. I cut the label in half, getting a piece of paper about this size, and then I just simply folded it into this heart here. So you can use any kind of paper that you have. The other thing that you can do is you can take information and write it on it. So you can say, for example, this one says happy birthday. You can also have information and write it on the inside. This one says you're the best, with a hidden message in there. And that's it till next time. I hope you have fun making your folded paper hearts. So with something extra to do, if you make more than one of these hearts, I've made 4 of these here, something interesting about the geometry of this paper heart works so that if you put them together, you can make a really nice flower shape. And then you can put a little heart in the middle. Another thing you can make with your folded paper hearts is a paper heart garland. So you can see I've used wool here. You could use string or ribbon, and we place the hearts along the string. It's quite easy to do. Remember, when you have your paper heart, on the back there are 2 flaps. So what you do is you put the heart underneath the string or the yarn that you're using, open up the flaps and tuck the string in there, and then take a piece of tape to secure it, and then you have a finished paper heart garland.